I have been dealing with a lot lately, guys, especially with this um, challenge. It has been very difficult right now. I'm at a retreat, but I am definitely going to come back with new content. I have been going through some transitional periods in my life. I have been going through some spiritual warfare for sure, and maybe even just confusion when it comes to my spiritual journey and which steps I want to take. So I'm still growing into myself, and I am doing the best I can with what I have, the energy I have, and the information I have. These are all experiences that I've been going through. But as far as the 6 months to change my life, one of the things I'm going to be changing is my diet, and I'm going to be thriving or striving. I'm going to be striving to eat mostly raw vegan diet, like mostly a raw vegan diet. I don't want to eat any more animal products because it seems like I'm having issues with like losing weight, and I feel like the best thing for me right now is to actually try a raw vegan diet so that way I can lose weight. Struggles in that regard as far as like relationships are not easy, and they are not I feel like relationships take a lot of time and patience, and you have to be selfless. If you're selfish, you cannot be in a relationship with other people. You can't be in a partnership or have friends, because even with friends, you have to learn how to be giving. You have to learn how to be supportive. I feel like that's what a friend is. A friend is somebody who is supportive, who's compassionate, who's loving. And so for me, if someone is not that, then it's hard for me to consider them as a friend. And so I have had so many different experiences in my life that have taught me to just move on, move forward. I've had to fight constant battles in my life. And a lot of those battles I had to fight through my relationship with God. And I don't want to stop having a relationship with the Creator, what I believe to be the God of love. And it's all about love. I believe if we learn how to love everybody, if we learn how to love ourselves and then love each other and love God, nothing but good can come out of that. Because most of the issues in this world are due to selfishness, due to hatred, due to violence, due to the ego, the false self, the self that we create with these identities of like, oh, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Asian, I'm Russian, whatever. Like, we create these identities, or oh, I'm a doctor, and because I'm a doctor I make this much money, or whatever. People will base their worth and who they are based on these identities. And this year I had to learn that these identities are not real. These are all false versions of ourselves. We are not just these bodies and these human experiences all the time. We are more than that. We are more than that. And that is something that I've learned on this journey. When I moved to West Virginia, I moved originally to West Virginia to have a better relationship with God. That was the main reason why I moved here, because I became a born-again Christian in 2024. Late 2024, I became a born-again Christian, and I moved to West Virginia in November of 2024, and I said, I'm going to dedicate my time to having a relationship with God. Then I fell off. After I got baptized, it's like a lot of stuff just was coming at me, and I started getting involved into the world. I started getting involved into worldly things. I started falling off as far as remaining abstinent and trying to refrain from premarital relationships, but I could not. I had no discipline. I struggled with discipline, and I want to get to a point where I no longer struggle with discipline anymore, especially when it comes to abstaining from that. Because if I want to reach higher heights, if I want to reach a higher version of myself, I have to be able to let that part of myself go. I'm still a human, okay? I still have this body, I still have this persona, or whatever you want to call it. This still exists, but it's not who I really am. This is not just this. This is the name that I was given, Aaliyah. The name that I was given to me from birth when I came into this planet. But I don't believe that this is the end all be all. I believe that this world that we are in is a bit of, I don't even know what to say. But I'm also going on a deep spiritual journey as I'm going through this 6 months to change my life. I know this is 5, but I was trying to do one finger, but holding up my camera, so it's hard. But 6 months to change my life is a full process of me taking steps on a daily basis, even if it's just baby steps, to make changes in my life so I can look back 6 months later and say thank you to myself. And thank you, God, for giving me the strength to walk away from what wasn't serving me, to walk away from friendships and relationships with people that didn't really care about me, that genuinely were willing to lose me. They didn't value me the way that I deserve to be valued and loved and cherished. And I also dealt with a lot of racism moving to West Virginia. That was hard for me too when I came here. And I feel like people don't understand what it's like to be a single Black woman in a predominantly white state. You can look up the statistics or the percentage of white people in West Virginia. But the amount of racism I've dealt with, and even dating people outside of my race, I've dealt with racism with that. I feel like I've dealt with racism even dating outside of my race, and it's just not good, you know. And I'm at a point where I'm just like, I have to get in tune with self, because even with friends, like I've been trying to make friends have a sisterhood, and that's really what's most important for me, is having sisterhood. Of course, it's not perfect, but I've dealt with women that were putting other people, places, and things above friendship, and that didn't feel good, because I really genuinely care about that real, authentic sisterhood, even though I've made mistakes. I've said things before about certain women that I consider to be friends, and that is not who I want to be. And I realized that if I'm going to be a better person, and if I say I want to change my life in 6 months, then I really need to be the change that I want to see in the world. And that's how you change the world, is by being the change that you want to see in the world. Be the good change that you want to see in the world. If you cannot be the change that you want to see in the world, then why complain about it? As far as losing weight, this has been my progress. So I was 127 on June 30th. I did eat a whole bunch of food in June. Like, I don't know what happened. Earlier in June, I was much less weight, but then I gained a whole bunch of weight after my birthday. I don't know what happened. Gained at least 3 pounds. And then now it's showing this much as of July 30th. Now, this is not accurate. I would say it's not accurate because 2 days ago, today is July 30th, 2 days ago was July 28th, it was showing that I was 125 pounds on my scale. So I didn't actually record it in the app. So I have an app for my scale. It's a smart scale app. Usually I tend to record what my weight is showing on the scale with the app. 2 days ago, July 28th, I did not record that, but it showed that I was 125 pounds. So that means that I've lost at least 2 pounds already from June. And that's from consistency, being consistent with working out, and also my hula hoop sessions, getting at least 10,000 steps per day. Sometimes I'll even get up to 30,000 steps. Those are usually like outliers though. I don't usually get like 30,000 steps in the day because I work from home. I have a sedentary job. But today is July 30th, 2026. I would say that what has helped me to lose the weight is being consistent with working out and getting a lot of steps. Literally this whole week of the end of July, the last week of July, I have been getting at least 18,000 steps up to 20,000 steps per day. So the weight that you saw on the app is likely from water weight or eating sodium. I have been eating a lot of salty foods lately. So it is likely that the reason why it showed that fluctuation from 125 to 126 is because of the water weight on my body. And I also did not weigh myself on an empty stomach this morning. I actually weighed myself after I drank water today. So that could have something to do with it. It could also have something to do with eating late last night. So there's a lot of different possibilities going on there with that. But I am so happy that there has been some kind of progress. So this is what my body is looking like. My butt is nice and round, and which is good. For my butt, I would say it's probably like that because I practice model walking on a regular basis. Excuse my shirt, guys, but this is what my stomach is looking like. But my stomach also looks like this because I tend to work out on a regular basis. I don't really have an issue with working out. And then, like I said, like steps, as far as steps, I get at least 10,000 steps per day, or a maximum would usually be 20,000 steps for me. So I have a smartwatch to help me to measure my steps. I'm a little bloated. This is not fat, this is muscle, but I am pretty good at exercising. It's not really an issue for me. So far, most of my exercises have been walking, lots of walking. If you want to lose weight, if you are a person who wants to lose weight, I would highly suggest 10,000 steps per day or more. Like, whether that's you're getting your steps through cleaning, you could be cleaning your house, your apartment, whatever, cleaning your room, you know, walking back and forth in your home. That's literally how I get most of my steps, because I work from home. And when I'm bored and I don't have any like thing going on while I'm at work, I tend to clean up my apartment. I'll walk back and forth, like for like a good solid hour or even 2 hours, depending on how long I'm cleaning up and how hard I'm cleaning up. And then that literally will get me upwards to like 8,000 steps just being at home in and of itself. So today, July 30th, I did an arm exercise. No dumbbells, I only did arms. I did using my own body weight. So I did things like this, did these for my triceps, and then back claps for my tricep muscles. I did a rep of that, and then it was a 10-minute workout. I did it with a YouTuber who has like a workout channel, and she had like different arm exercises like this, like the thumbs down exercises like this. So I just did a lot of those today to keep my arms toned, because I don't want my arms to get flabby. I would say they're kind of flabby. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think my arms are flabbies? Do you think I have flabby arms? Let me know. But yeah, I just try to do exercises that work for me. I like to hula hoop. That's one of my favorite things to do. I really like to hula hoop because it's fun and it really works your core muscles. It really works your ab muscles a lot, and that's why I tend to do hula hooping. I'm just trying to show you guys what I generally do. Oops, I dropped something. I hit something, but I generally hula hoop regularly, and I'm really good at it. I think I've gotten much better at it than what I used to be. This is customer asking about it. I'm working from home while I'm doing this. Okay, so hula hooping is a great exercise to do to get your core right. And sometimes while I hula hoop, I'll do this with my arms to tone my biceps. This is one of my favorite exercises, hula hooping. I'm gonna put my bunny ears on, but it is one of my favorite exercises. It's so good and it's fun. It's fun. It's like something that reminds me of my childhood as well, and I think that's why I like it so much. My inner child is happy when she is hula hooping, just to get some workout in. Epic fail. Okay.